I'm the champion, like the champ, big stuff. I can't stop, I can't. This is my world.
What's up, my triumphant agents? Your coach, Nicky T, here with another weekly coaching call. Can I just tell you how much I freaking love you? Entrepreneurs of the world taking on a real estate career, controlling their businesses, and creating a life by design. So my goal today with this weekly coaching call is to give you some tips, some ideas, some strategies to help you have a good week, set up a good month, and really a great business for that matter. So the question today comes from an agent that I'm personally coaching. And the question was, well, Nick, how do I grow my business? And I've been asked this question 15,000 times, maybe. You tell me, right? It's always a question that you have in your mind right now. And you probably are thinking this right now. How do I grow my business? Should I be doing more web stuff, Facebook ads, video stuff, open houses, referrals? Should I be farming? What tools, technology do I need? What should I be doing right now? And so this is such a big question. But let me start with something different. Instead of how do I grow my business? Well, what type of business are you trying to grow? What are we trying to get to? So since the beginning of time, brand new real estate agent gets a license, gets their fingerprints done, gets their shiny business cards, and they come in and want to sell homes. And you do too. I totally get that. Inside of your heart right now is a passion, a burning desire to sell more homes, make more money, control your future. And I love that. But where are you going? So I'm going to take a step back and slow down a little bit. So here's 4 steps to grow your business. First, number 1, know where you are going. So when somebody approaches me and says, hey, Nick, I want to grow my business. Great. What type of business are you growing? More importantly, here's the specific question. How many deals per month, how many homes per month, closings per month are you trying to get to? And if you want to pause me right now and write this down, or if you want to go back and listen to this again, how many deals per month are you trying to get to? Well, Nick, I'm all about that volume and I'm all about that income. I get it. You should have a volume goal. You should have a target there. You should have an income goal. I love that. Maybe you're trying to shoot for 6 figures, 250,000. I don't know what that is in your world. And I'm all about that. However, what you can track and quantify are how many deals per month. Very, very simple. How many deals per month are you trying to get to? Are you trying to sell 1 home per month? Are you trying to sell 2 homes per month? Are you trying to sell 3, 4, 5 homes per month? Hell, are you trying to sell 10 homes per month? The reason this is number 1 is everything else changes because of that. Because the activities to get to 1 per month are different than the activities to get to 2 per month or 3 per month or 5 per month, if you get what I'm saying there. Sure, the income will come, the volume will come. And the reality of this is, well, Nick, what if I sold like a small condo or like a mobile home? I completely respect that, but that's not going to be the average. In my market, the average price point is about $275,000. Average payout, usually about $8,000 in the commissions. So sure, you might help out a little $100,000 condo, which is awesome. It's a great little listing to have. You might help an investor buy a fixer-upper. But on the backside, the law of averages, you'll get your $250,000, $350,000 listings. It'll come, right? So I love with this. Here's the 4 steps to grow your business. Number 1, where are you going? More importantly, how many deals are you trying to get to per month? Go ahead and write that down. Number 2, you got to get clear on those deals. What types of deals are they? Well, Nick, I love to help everybody. I help renters, I help buyers, I help sellers, I help investors. I'm the condo king. I do it all. Well, that's exactly the problem here. Of the deals per month, let's say you wanted to get to 2 deals per month, how many of those are going to be buyers and how many of those are going to be sellers? Again, the part of this lesson for you is to help you get very, very clear on this, because would you agree that the marketing to attract in buyers is differently than the marketing to attract in sellers? Okay. They speak different languages. That's like me wanting a pizza and calling up the local Chinese joint and saying, hey, I want a pepperoni and sausage. They don't know what I'm talking about. They have orange chicken and fried rice and chow mein, right? It's a completely different message. One of the biggest traps that I find agents fall into is they try to be the jack of all trades. They try to specialize in every market. They try to specialize in everything. Now, don't get me wrong. If you were focused on buyers and a seller came, of course you're going to help them. That is a given, right? That's just part of it. Or if you're focused on sellers and a buyer came or that seller wanted to buy a new home, you're going to help them. That is a given. However, the art of attracting those people, the art of focusing on that is completely different and will change the way you go about that. So again, number 1, how many deals do you want to do per month? Number 2, what types of deals are they? Of the 3 you wanted to get to per month, are you trying to do 2 buyers and 1 listings? Of the 1 per month, are you trying to do 1 listing? You're trying to do 1 buyer. So go ahead and pause this or come back later and get clear. Of the deals you're doing per month, again, let's use the example of 2. How many of those are going to be listings? How many are going to be buyers? Nick, I'm focused on listings. Great. So go focus on listings then. So of the 2 per month, 2 of those you want to be listings, because that's going to change the way you talk, communicate, the way you market, the bait that you offer, if that makes sense. Now, with that being said, will you get overflow buyers? Yes. You'll get sign calls. You get flyer calls. That's just a part of that. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start with a specific target in mind. So go ahead and list that out. Number 3, of the homes per month, of the buyers and sellers per month. How specific are you with that? Now, what I mean when I say that is this. I want listings. Great. What type of city, what type of neighborhood or market should you go after? I want buyers. What types of buyers? Are you trying to help first-time buyers, move-up buyers? What types of buyers? The reason you want to get very, very specific is, again, that's going to change the marketing, the message, and the communication that you have. So let me give you a perfect example. Okay, number one, how many homes, how many deals do you want to sell per month? I want to sell 2. Let's use, it's a very simple example. It's a great goal for you. I want to sell 2. Great. Now, of the 2, I want to sell, really, I'm focused on sellers. Great. That's fantastic. So of the 2 per month, I want 2 to be sellers. Okay, great. Well, what types? Well, Nick, I specialize, in this kind of area. Instead of trying to specialize in every neighborhood across, your whole market, find a couple cities, find a zip code, find a neighborhood, and go all in on it. Because the reality of it is, if there are, let's say, 500 homes selling in a certain zip code per month, couldn't you go get 2 out of that? But the more specific you are, the more you're going to polarize a lot of people, and the more you're going to attract in those local homeowners. So what types of sellers? Again, if you wanted 2 to be buyers, well, Nick, I'm really good at helping first-time buyers. Great. Well, let's get very, very specific on that with step number 3. What types of buyers? Nick, I want to help out first-time buyers that are renting. Great. So then we can learn everything about grant programs and learn everything that goes around that program so we can communicate clearly to them. So when you're offering, an item of value, when you're offering a video, these are the conversations that you have. When you're doing client spotlights, these are the conversations that you have. So again, number 1, to grow the 4 steps to grow your business. Number 1, how many deals do you want to do per month? Number 2, what are the deals? Are they buyers? Are they sellers? Are they equal mix of both? Maybe even some investors in there. Maybe you're working investors. That's totally cool. Number 3, specific. What types of sellers? Do you want condos? Do you want larger homes? Are you trying to go after luxury? It's up to you. What zip code? I just love to find a city or a zip code. And if I could give you one piece of advice, it's become an expert on a certain area. Now, again, if somebody outside of your specific area came to you, would you help them? Yes. Would you go learn that? Yes. You would study that. You would learn the comps and learn the neighborhoods. Yes. But if you're going to specifically go fishing, wouldn't you want to have the right bait and know where you're going fishing, right? That's exactly what this is. So get specific. Are you trying to help out first-time buyers? Are you trying to help out move-up buyers? What are you trying to do? So get clear on the city, the zip code, the market. That's number 3. And then number 4, what do I need to go find them? What types of marketing would I need or am I missing to go find them? What tools do I have to go after them? What am I lacking in my business? So the 4th step to grow your business, as you can see, we identified how many deals we're going after, what types of deals, are they buyers or sellers? We got even clearer on step 3, really like dialed in, where are they, right? We're helping out first-time buyers, or we're helping out this type of a community or this zip code. And then number 4, what do I need to go find them? And I really want you to look at your business right now, because of course you want to grow your business. And these are all very simple things to wrap our heads around. But if you identified that, I want 2 listings per month. That's what I'm going after. I want to close 2 deals. I want them to be listings. I want them to be in this exact city. Well, then great. On step number 4, you can target that. So let me give you a perfect example. Let's take a listing agent who wants to grow their listing game. And again, I'll use the example of 2. Okay, I want to get to 2, step 1, right? I want to get to 2 closings per month. I want those to be listings. That's step 2. Step 3, I want them to be in this city. So like in my market, Chandler, Arizona, for example. Okay, this is a great analogy. And for my Phoenix peeps, you can take this and run with this. So how would I get 2 listings per month in Chandler? What do I need to go find them? Wow. What if I did a Chandler market update and I ran that as a video and a Facebook ad to Chandler? Well, that's cool. What if I did a CMA for all of Chandler and I got this really cool free report and they could download it? Yeah, that's great. You could have that on a squeeze page. What could I do? Could I offer a tip to spruce up your home, or could I spotlight a local Chandler home that I just recently sold? Man, I sold your neighbor's home in 3 days and I can sell yours too. What am I lacking? That's step number 4. Now, let me give you guys a perfect example. I did this myself in my business. I wanted to grow my listing game again in Chandler. Ironically, I just used that example. I guess it's on the top of my mind. So I wanted to get to 4 listings. I wanted 1 listing a week in Chandler, Arizona. Okay. That was my goal. So that's number 1. Number 2, I wanted them to all be sellers. Okay. Because I knew that those sellers were going to bring in buyers. Number 3, I wanted a certain zip code. I wanted 300,000 or more. So I targeted 85286 was my zip code, and 85248 was the zip code I was going after. And number 4, what do I need to do to go find them? Well, I looked at this, and these 4 steps to grow your business. I've taught this for over a decade and a half now. I knew that I had just sold a home in 85286. Now, here's the example. Here's the beauty of this training. And this is why step 4 is so critical for you. I had just sold a home in 2 days over asking price. Well, that's a pretty cool story, right? So identifying that, what tools would I need? I took that story and I shared that story on a Facebook post. And I shared the story of how I marketed the property. We did aerial drone, not only photos, we did aerial drone videos. I did a video spotlight, and I shared the video that we used to market that home. I ran that exact home as actually a paid Facebook ad for the weekend. We did an open house there on Zillow that weekend. I went through everything that I did, high-end flyers, the social media marketing, everything I did to sell that home. It ended up selling like $2,000 over asking price in 3 days. Well, I told that whole story, but again, I'm so specific on what I want. I took that. I found out what tool I needed, where I was going. I ran that tool as a Facebook post back to that exact zip code and surrounding zip codes telling the story. Well, I spent a couple days working on this, right? Marketing takes time because, I'm not going to get great, easy to sell homes and listings and clients without working on it, right? So I packaged myself well. I told the story. I positioned myself as an expert, and I ran that as a paid Facebook ad back to the zip code that I already just sold a home in. Well, about 6 hours goes by. We get a call in the office. A gentleman's daughter had seen my Facebook post. Again, this was a sponsored post. I wasn't friends with her on Facebook. She saw it and said, "Hey, Dad, isn't our home been on the market for 5.5 months?" I said, "Yes, daughter, it has." She goes, "Well, this guy right here just sold this home in 3 days. That's actually 3 streets away from you." So Anthony had called into the office and said, "Hey, could you help me?" Well, at 6 o'clock that night, I'm sitting at his kitchen table. His listing was getting ready to expire. I shared with him, what I did to sell that home and what made me different. And he ended up hiring us to sell his $500,000 home. Well, because I was specific, I attracted that in. Where focus goes, energy flows, right? Laws of attraction. And so we listed his property. I sold his property for $500,000. Well, Anthony was also buying a home. He was downsizing, and he ended up buying a $350,000 home, I believe. So you're talking $850,000 of volume, but I didn't get there from the volume. I got there by the deals per month. So again, 4 steps to grow your business. Number 1, how many deals do you want per month? Number 2, are they buyer or seller deals? What's the percentage there? Number 3, get specific. What types of buyers? What types of sellers? What city are they in? What price point are they looking in? Get very, very clear on that. And then number 4, what do I need to go find them? What marketing can I do? What tools do I need right now? What tools do I have? And what am I lacking so I can position this to go grow my business? So the question started with, Nick, how do I grow my business? There's 4 steps, guys, in another weekly coaching call. So take these steps, though, and get to work on them. Because what I found is this. A lot of times we know what to do. You know what to do right now, don't you? Well, Nick, I know I should have been at that open house, or, I know I should have made those calls or thrown that past client party. I know. We all do, right? And what it comes down to is a game of you versus you. It's you versus you in this game that you're playing. And so I just challenge you to take these four tools and implement them into your business. Get clear on that. If you want to have me help you, get clear on that. Make it public. Put a plan in place and go work that plan. Because I'll tell you, no matter what you're doing, these four steps work. And as you're hearing, they work. But we have to get specific and know where we're going, put the work in place, put some badass marketing in place, and go track that down. So I believe in you. I know you can do it. I can't wait to hear how you take these 4 steps and grow your business. And I'd love to hear about that. So let me know. Until then, guys, keep crushing, keep being triumphant agents, and we'll talk soon.
This is my world, it cannot be rocked. You can't rock my world, son. Took a lot of work just to reach the top. Did a lot of climbing and I made it. Good luck to those who want to see me fly.